Thank you. I know I said earlier it's difficult to talk in front of professionals and learned members of the public, but that only applies when you're discussing facts. I've chucked a couple of facts in there just to meet criteria, but it's largely emotional. I'm going to tell you why I love Jupiter, and then I'm going to hopefully deliver a flawless, spectacular poem. We'll see how it goes. Now, some of you regulars might remember that I was forced before Christmas by the powers that be to discuss Saturn, which was deeply painful, betraying the one true planet that I love, Jupiter. This is our solar system, and if I haven't made it clear, this is my favourite. The others range between okay, useful, and shit. Now, I don't know if Mercury's your favourite planet, and I'm not a doctor, but if it is your favourite planet, I'd go see someone. You probably have issues. This is Jupiter. The reason that I love space the way I do, and there's no way to sugarcoat it, is the absolute love of my life. And my partner's there, she will tell you. She's a close second. Jupiter's number one. This here, I do have a laser with it, bam, the Great Red Spot. An insane patch of hot cyclonic storm that is 300 years old, bigger than the Earth, and approximately 300 to 500 kilometers deep. To put that into perspective, that is kind of like a massive storm bigger than the Earth that's 300 to 500 kilometers deep, with hot winds that reach up to 300 kilometers an hour. If that doesn't boggle your brain, I don't know why you're here. So, just to meet the criteria, there's a couple of facts I've got to give you about Jupiter. It's massive. Approximately 318 times the mass of Earth. Its radius, or diameter, whichever way you want to look at it, radius and diameter are two different things, but when I compare it to the Earth, the radius and the radius of the Earth, right, is 11 times bigger. But that's not just 11 times bigger across, it's also 11 times bigger vertically, and the z-axis front to back, and that equals roughly that Jupiter is over 1,000 times higher volume than Earth. You could fit over 1,000 Earths within the space of Jupiter. The mean density, although not as light as Saturn, is an incredibly light 1.3 grams per centimetre cubed. To put that into perspective, Earth's is around 5. Earth is a terrestrial planet, largely rocky, except the oceans. So it's about a third of Earth's. 1 year on Earth, 1 year on Jupiter, let me do that the other way, is approximately 12 Earth years. And one day on Jupiter is approximately 10 hours. It is the fastest planet in our solar system, and there is very good reason. Its escape velocity, now your escape velocity is the speed that you have to travel consistently to get out of the atmosphere. Earth's is around 11 kilometers a second. So this is due to the increased surface gravity in Jupiter. It's about 2.5 times more powerful than Earth. So if you weigh 10 stone here, you're 25 on Jupiter. If you're a bit of a chunk like me, you might be 12 stone on Jupiter. Only joking, closer to 50. This is very interesting, I thought, anyway. So the reason we have seasons on Earth is because we tilt, it's around 21 degrees, we tilt on our axis. So different times of the year with different distances from the sun. Jupiter has minimal seasonal variation because it is almost not tilted. Just some stuff about Jupiter's composition. It's mainly hydrogen, almost 90%, 10% helium. The rest is made up of just tiny amounts of methane, ammonia, hydrogen sulfide, so it smells. The core is dense and rocky, potentially icy, but we don't quite know yet. And yes, ice can exist in massive high pressure environments, even at high temperatures. The next layer contains metallic hydrogen. Hydrogen is meant to be a gas, but it bonds with metal at those pressures and temperatures. Then we go up to a molecular hydrogen layer, which consists of just mostly H2. Temperature at the cloud tops is approximately minus 145 degrees Celsius, but as you go towards the centre, it gets up to the thousands. And Jupiter is, in fact, I believe, the only planet that radiates more energy from its core due to this gravitational pressure and heat than it receives from the sun. And the weather, so although I said the spot is 300 kilometers an hour, that's hot cyclonic winds. These cold bands of winds here can reach up to 500 kilometers an hour. And each one goes in the opposite direction. So if you landed in the middle, you'd do a hell of a cardio. So, the moment you've all been waiting for, and the moment I've been dreading, because I don't feel that you can convey love, with pictures and facts and words, right? So, I've written a poem that I hope you all enjoy, as much as I've enjoyed writing it. Here we go. Behold my swirling crown of clouds, my storms of regal hue. A colosseum of colossal might in cosmic fields I grew. I cradle lightning in my folds, a temple of dust and gas, where thunder booms like battle horns that echo in the vast. My swirls unfurl like cosmic whirls, each gust a living show. Spiraling bands, defying demands, run high and then lay low. Each waking night, I cradle storms, each gust a living soul. I'm the watchman of our stellar stage, a sentinel of old. Surrounded by so many moons, Io and Ganymede, Europa's frosty seas might hide a deeper life indeed. Callisto glows in shadowed throes, a sight that's so sublime. 95 moons that you can see have stood the test of time. Now Mercury, lurking near the sun, that puny crispy bead, does not approach my whirling scope nor match my cosmic speed. Its scorched terrain is quite mundane, a lonely heated quake, while I stand firm, a fortress built, its surface bound to bake. Fifth from the sun, yet first in throne I loom beyond the night. A giant monarch decked in stripes that shine with ancient light. I'm more than mass, I am the storm, red more of churning power. A whirling spot so vast it outgrows planets by the hour. So come ride the winds of my domain, let all flood through your veins. To try and topple me would be a feat unwise, insane. I won't be dwarfed, nor forcibly morphed, no matter how hard you try, for I'm the giant, unmatched, untamed, a truth you can't deny. Thank you very much, everyone. I now look like Jupiter's red spot. But if there's any questions, feel free. But you are welcome to totally leave me alone now for the rest. Okay, yeah, go on.
Do you write other poems?
I did write one to my partner, and I do enjoy. I enjoy being creative. I've written a book, and we're hoping to write a few more with Cardiff Uni. I know I look incredibly stupid, but I'm only a little bit stupid, so it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Any other questions?
How much bigger would Jupiter need to be to start having fusion?
I'm not sure of the total answer, but there is a very defined limit. So we go from gassy giants to brown dwarf stars. And you can double check with Professor Paul Roche over there. Am I correct there? Okay, or not. My poem was put it to sea. But I believe that's the limit. We go gassy giants, and if it gets bigger, if it's the limit, it's brown dwarf. But I couldn't tell you exactly what the size limit is right now.
80 masses, 80 Jupiter masses.
There we go. 80 Jupiter masses. So once it hits 80 Jupiter, brown dwarf, no longer a planet. Okay. Yeah.
How do you track a day? Is it on the outer surface or the core, or like in terms of full rotation?
Well, they'll all be. If the atmosphere is moving in tandem with the surface, it would all be the same. But again, I wouldn't like to give you a direct answer because I've not looked at how they measure it. Jupiter's got a solid core, but it's very small. But that's as far as I know. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Probably using the red spot to just why it's all
But potentially, like I said, I'd imagine the atmosphere runs in tandem, or at least parts of it do. We've been monitoring the red spot for 300 years, so.
Great.
Yeah. Go on.
Do we know what the composition of the core is?
Yeah, so the core is dense rocky material and might potentially contain some volatile ices. Anything else? Yes?
Does that red spot stay the same for 300 years? Does it grow bigger, smaller?
I believe, I don't think it's changed much. It's pretty much the same. It's quite a stable area within Jupiter's atmosphere. Shrinking. I've just been told by my captain it's definitely shrinking. Now I'm ready. Cheers. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to cut off the questions there before I embarrass myself any further. Thank you very much.